Hello everyone and welcome to the final video for Unit 7. Finally, we have been in Unit 7 for a long time and this is your review. So a long time ago, we learned about the closed syllable. We had words like got, hit, mess, and bend. And we said that these were closed syllable words because there's a consonant that's closing in those vowels. Okay, those vowels are all short. Now, if we take those consonants away, those pink letters, we get our open syllable because now these vowels are free to say their name. So got became go, hit became high, mess became me, and bend became b. And we had other examples that we used for the open syllable like acorn and pupil. Remember, that's a student. Flew, cry, and we'll talk about words like cry in a moment because we hear a long I there, but we actually see the letter Y. So an open syllable has one vowel. It ends with a vowel which is always long. So let's look at the syllable types we've learned so far this year. We have the closed syllable like bit, and then our V underscore E or our V dash E syllable, which is bite. And we have our open syllable like basic. Okay. We've also learned the closed syllable exception in words like post, wild, mild, and mind. And we have our V-E exception in words like give and active and olive. Okay, so 3 syllable types and 2 exceptions. Okay, we've also learned that Y can sound like the long I, as in Y, fly, try, sly, pry, ply, shy, sty. This happens in one syllable words when Y is the only vowel and it is at the end. So we now have 3 ways of making the long I sound in words like try, high, and 5. Yeah, like try a high 5. Oh yeah. Now, of course, I should tell you that that's not really the way to spell high 5. It's that high, which we haven't learned yet, but that's okay. We've also learned that Y can sound like a long E. So in words like jolly, jelly, happy, sloppy, stuffy. And what do these all have in common? Yes, they all have double consonants. Okay, and we'll talk about those in a moment. And we've got crazy, plenty, baby, pony. So this happens in multisyllabic words. That means words that have more than one syllable when Y is at the end. And we have many ways of making the long E sound. We're not going to talk about all of them here, but we have athlete, there's our V-E, and monkey. Remember words that end in EY? And me and jolly. Oh, yes. And we have the word tiny. So the letter Y is part of these words. It cannot be removed. So Y is not a suffix here. It is a part of these words. We can't remove it. We can't take away the Y from pony because then we would just have pawn. And what's a pawn? Okay. We can't take the Y away from crazy because then we would just have craz. And that doesn't work. We've also learned that Y can be a suffix. Okay, so when Y is a suffix, just Y, the word is often an adjective. That means it describes words, it describes nouns. So, grumpy, windy, sticky, tricky, these are all words even if we take away the Y. Okay, Y is just a suffix here. We also learned that we could add ty as a suffix, and it'll still sound like a long E, like 60, 70, 90, safety. We also learned that we could add ly as a suffix, and there are many words that do this. And many times when ly is a suffix, the word is an adverb. An adverb is a word that tells us how someone does something. So safely, promptly, which means without really delaying. Fairly. Okay, and we learned that we can split words with double consonants. Merry, happy, messy, silly. All of these words have two consonants before the Y. And we can split them right between those consonants. Okay, merry, happy, messy, silly. Okay, we've also learned about marking. When we have a word where Y is a long I, it's one syllable, usually. So we scoop it and we put an I over the Y. And that's an open syllable because the last thing we hear is a long vowel. When Y sounds like an E, as in the word pony, it's a two-syllable word. Okay, so we have po-ni. The O is long, so that's an open syllable. And over the Y, we put an E because that's what it sounds like. And that's also an open syllable. And we also have the words where Y is a suffix. In those cases, we scoop or underline the base word only, which is stick. Okay, and that's a closed syllable. That Y sounds like a long E, so we'll put that up there, and we circle our suffix. And in Unit 7, we also learned more prefixes. You might remember a little while back when we learned prefixes like mis, non, dis, un, and trans. And all of these are closed syllable prefixes. They all end with a consonant, and all of those vowels are short. Well, in this unit, we learned pre, re, d, and pro. And these are all open syllable prefixes. Okay, so now we have 9 of them, and these are great for building new words. Open syllables, boys and girls, are everywhere, and we need them to help us spell difficult words like comprehend. Pre is the open syllable here. Okay, comprehend means understand. And utensil, your open syllable here is the U by itself. A utensil is a fork, spoon, or knife, or chopsticks. Demolish and volcano. There's your open syllable, K. And calculate and video, which has 2 open syllables, D and O. Okay, finally, we learned a lot of trick words in this unit, 9 of them. Let's practice them one last time. Take out a piece of paper and a pencil, put your name at the top, and here we go. Remember to write each word twice. The first one is carry. Could you please help me carry my box of toys? Okay, are you ready? Here it is. Okay, so pause the video and write it down a second time. The next word is every. Every. Every person on the boardwalk yesterday was wearing a hat. Every. Okay, here it is. The next word is family. Family. During the holidays, I like to be with my family. Okay, let's have a look at it. And make sure you write it a second time. The next word is city. City. There are too many people and there's too much noise in a city. Okay, let's have a look at that one. And by the way, do you notice anything about these words? Right, they all end in a Y that sounds like a long E. Okay, the next word is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it is. The next word is large. Large. She lives in a very large house. Okay, let's have a look at that one. The next word is change. Change. You should change before you go outside to play in the rain. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Okay, and write that one down, please. The next one is night. Night. Like owls and mice are awake at night. That means they're nocturnal. Okay, here it is. And your last word is something. I would like to have something to eat. All right, and here it is. Make sure you have all of these words written down twice. And boys and girls, finally, that is the end of Unit 7. Whew. We need to do something relaxing and fun now, just to take a break from watching this long video. That's it, boys and girls. Have a fantastic day and great